Small Town Scuttlebutt.
How to use it? So it just basically yeah, this is supposed to be hooked up to this. This couldn't even be here. It's just all on the phone, and then I have to pull the audio off of the video. It's all technical. It's all annoying.
Okay.
Kathe, I just want to start off by, we'll get into the who you are and all that jazz. But first, can we just talk about your style?
What do you mean?
Well, well, first of all, come on, you're not a veteran to the microphone. There we go.
Right. Are we starting? Is this starting?
It's already been started.
Okay. All right.
And I just noticed, and I mentioned upstairs, you came in, and I was like, kind of laughing. And you're like, what? And I'm like, what do you mean, what? You had a strut about you, and your jacket, and you had, you kind of quarter turned against the camera.
Oh, sorry.
God,
Oh,
have you been
is
on?
this
Have you done
better?
TV work before?
No.
This is a big. You are in the Scuttlebutt
I
Studios.
haven't done basement podcast, sorry. Here we go. Is this better?
Can we just back up there? How do you feel? Yeah, right. The way you were sitting.
We'll just face it like this. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
It's good to be back.
That's right.
I mean, I think we should just address that piece first, that it has been some time since I have been in your basement.
Yep.
Here we are.
Here you are. I'm so excited to see
How
you.
do we feel about that?
I think it's long overdue, number one. And
Okay. Also, you called me this morning about, listen, I have to do a podcast and I want to do it today. And, I have a very busy schedule with the hit show Sister Wives back on and then the Karen retrial. I am busy. My calendar is full. But I made an exception for you.
all right, now I'm so excited because there's so many ways we could turn this conversation. First of all, it seems silly that I'm sitting here with a friend, a neighbor, a mentor, and I'm trying to have this interview. This is an NPR, so it's going to be a casual conversation. But can I just tell you, because I have ADHD, and
I do too.
do you?
Yes.
Yeah, but yours is managed. Mine's like Liz does a great job of just keeping me on track, and she's not here, so I have to do it. And we'll see how this goes. I'd like
try
to
to
wrap.
survive without Liz right now.
Yeah, I'd like to wrap this conversation up in 45 minutes. Nothing against you. It's just people
Oh.
got to move on,
Yeah, and I walked over here, so I don't want to be walking home in the dark.
You know what? I'd get you an Uber.
An Uber to go a half mile.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Let's
it's
try
cheap.
it.
If over a mile, we'd have to split it. The exercise is good. I see you and your husband, oftentimes you and your daughter when she's visiting, going for a walk. That's great exercise.
Yep. Jeff and I just went today at like 3:30.
Yeah. I went golfing today, 9 holes, and I'm exhausted.
You look tired.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for pointing that out. But yeah, I'm puffy, right?
Yeah, kind of. It looked like you got some kind of treatment done, but I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't know.
It's botulism
Okay.
under the eyes.
Okay. Yeah. So when you called me 4.5 hours ago about this, you were like, "Yeah, let's do this thing." We're like, talk comedy. I'm like, mentee. I'm like, yeah, or we could just talk of people that have things in common and stuff. Because sometimes when you get into the comedy thing, it's like, yeah, I was really inspired by blah, blah, blah.
It's not the worst.
Kind of.
You know what's worse?
What?
Listening to an 80s era British rock guitarist or lead singer talking in a rockumentary, whether it's video or audio, but
I'm going to top that.
you top this one. Tell me what it was like toward the end of the band's relationship, just before the breakup on that tour. Well, I will tell you right now, me and Nigel, it was over by Albuquerque. I'm like, all right, dude.
like
Oh, yeah.
that.
Well, I was coming out with these new licks, and he couldn't come up with any lyrics to keep up with what I was bringing. I just thought it was time to split up. Yeah, well, he's all coked up all the time, blah, blah, blah. You know why there's no more coke in England? Because Nigel did it all. Yeah.
That was good.
Do you think so?
I think so. I
I think my British accent is terrible. And my
I didn't know
Boston
where you were
accent is
going
even
with it.
terrible.
I don't even know if that's a word, but
I just made it up.
I like the act outs. I like that a lot.
I did it only for you.
Thanks. I think what's worse than that is listening to my friend Beth's birthing story. But I don't know. Maybe yours is. Maybe it's that. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of rockumentaries.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. You can't
I
avoid
do.
them sometimes. You're just listening to, like, maybe you're in the car with Jeff, right? Just hanging
No,
out. You and Jeff.
does not listen to stuff. He listens to the radio. He's like,
Hey, he's listening
you know,
to ZLX. Classic rock. They just finished something from The Who. And now
yeah,
they've
maybe,
got a
I
guy
guess
coming
so.
on next to... What?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Do you seem like a podcast kind of person in
Oh,
your
yeah.
car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then you listen to the podcast, then whoever you're driving with, you re-listen to it so you can listen to them listening to the podcast. Am I right?
No, you are absolutely wrong.
Okay.
But we all have a thing that we do to intentionally irritate the spouse. You've got to have a couple of them
Okay. All right.
in the car. What really grinds my wife's gears is bickering in the back seat from the two kids, which doesn't happen as much anymore because they're older, and
Ignore them.
we put headphones on their ears. We just sensory wise, we just put a dome over them. Right? Here's your screen. Here's your
Yeah,
headphones.
right.
Shut up. We don't interact or teach them how to deal with boredom now, right? The other thing is listening to sports radio. She hates it. Or Eddie Talk. So a podcast could be in there.
I have the whole bit about sports talk radio.
Yeah. So she pisses me off. I just turn on sports talk, or I'll turn on a Bill Burr podcast.
Oh, right.
And then I'll tell the kids it's okay to go to McDonald's if it's okay with mom. And then she, is now dealing with the kids in the back bickering. So she's listening to Bill Burr and my children yelling that they can't go to McDonald's. And I'm just like,
I don't know
this
if
is what
Bill
you get.
Burr is the family podcast.
No, it actually, that was a scenario that actually never played out. I was just,
like, now we're listening to Joe Rogan, everybody. Let's all discuss.
yeah, let's all gather around. Get your tinfoil hat and your notebooks.
Right.
Do you listen to podcasts?
All of the time.
Which ones?
What?
What's your number one?
Number one.
Come on, you shouldn't think about it. It's just,
Number one is Caught in My Web. It is a former FBI agent who is dissecting all of the major trials happening. Kohlberger.
like right
Tara
now, present
Reid.
time.
Yeah.
Ooh, Liz would like that. She's just like you.
Oh,
We talked about this with her. I said, what is it? Kathe was on, always talked about it. You're on, always talking about it. I personally, because I learned something about true crime. As a man, I thought it was creepy that women watch this stuff because my perception was I watch things for entertainment and education. And watching this guy dump 4 bodies in the beach community, is not really doing either for me. Oh, but to a woman, according to Liz, you're learning a lot of things. She's learning about the vulnerabilities that you present
Right.
yourselves with, in certain situations. And just, she says she has a certain awareness. I wish she was here to speak for herself, but
Let's just say
How would you say that?
I agree. I don't know why I like them. I'm sure somebody has psychoanalyzed it. I think part of it is that when you're watching it, you think, see, this is what I would have done. You know what I mean? Like you have your own plan.
as the
how you
abductor
would
or
do
the
it.
victim?
Oh.
Like if
a
the-
little bit of both.
Okay.
Right. So like part of it, if you're the victim, like why did you let them in, or like why did you have knives just hanging around, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But when they're at the point where they're being interrogated or they're being, they're investigating them. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of women are like, that was lazy. That was sloppy work. Do you know what I mean? That kind of
No, I don't. No, I still can't get over the fact that the victim is somebody. Like I have a daughter, and it's all it's a lot of times the victim is a woman, and I have a wife, I have a daughter, I have a mom, I have a sister, and I just think that this victim in this show or this documentary or whatever is that person to somebody else, and Here, like that. What Gabby Petito, the
Yeah,
van life girl.
right.
Okay, I turn on Netflix to go catch, a new stand-up special, but bam, there she is. That screen grab from the police cam of her like
Yeah,
crying
right.
at the
I mean, that's a
traffic stop.
fascinating case.
Sure, but something, a guy like me who does not consume stories about murdered women. Here's one right here, bam, in your face. I would like to just go about my business and just finding,
I'm
the
surprised at
special.
that.
I was looking for a comedy special, and here's a murder victim for you to have to
But when do you
get out of the
turn?
way.
When do you turn as a dad, where it's like,
Mhm.
because this is somebody's daughter,
Yeah.
she's very young,
Hmm.
and it's during the pandemic, and she's trying to be this influencer. Lots of things that like your daughter is kind of surrounded by, and my daughters are Gabby's age,
Mhm.
so like you look at that kind of stuff as well. So I wonder if you'll ever get into any of that because you have a daughter. You know?
No, well, this stuff's so hard to look at. Like there's this is a comedy podcast. I
I
just
know,
want to
right?
remind
Like, why
people.
are we doing this?
No, because we're doing this. But it's just, there's a
We
4
didn't
year.
want to do that. We wanted to be this. I thought we would be light about this. I thought we would.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know. Talk about like the Friends in Medfield board, which I love. That is my other pastime.
Friends in Medfield board.
Yeah, on Facebook, the page. Friends
Yeah,
in
wait a
Medfield
minute.
page.
You know what? The board is made up of 2 people.
Well, okay.
I'm friends with 2 people,
You're
and
being technical about it. What I meant was the Friends of Medfield page,
Yeah.
Facebook page.
okay.
Because that to me is a weekly dose of dopamine right there. Right?
It's-
You can never, there's always 2 or 3 people that are it just goes sideways.
Yeah,
I was just looking for somebody to, I don't know, take away the wood in the side of my house, right? Like, I wasn't trying to, I don't know. Or the people that run it, which, I mean, it's nice that, like, that is a volunteer thing. Like, they're admin. Like, it's just, the amount of times it's like, we're single parents and we're running and we're working and we're trying to do this. And, like, why is my post up? What's going on with it? You know what I mean? Like, and like, every now and then, like, because I'm lazy and it's like, I liked something, I'm like, oh, I got to go back and unlike it. I don't want anybody to know I'm on this thing. You know? Right?
I'm tracking. Yeah, I'm laying down a paper trail. I saw this on a true crime special. Don't do it.
No. But I will say, though, it's extremely helpful. I go on every now and then.
There's
to be like,
nothing
does
helpful about that.
Anybody know of an electrician that will actually show up at your house? You know what I mean? Like,
I actually once saw. I pulled up at a red light next to a van, and
are we back to true crime, or is this
no,
the Friends of
it'll
Medfield
no.
Facebook
I just
group?
want to say this great thing. An electrician. His slogan was, "I show up." It was like Bill Jones Plumbing. I show up, and then he gave a phone number, and I said to myself, of all the times to need a plumber, I mean, that is the guy.
That's the tagline.
When he says, look, I get it. The number one thing is not even if I can plumb anything.
Right,
It's
right.
am I going to show up with tools and
Right.
dick around with stuff?
I would have said,
I am. I'm
I
going to do
show
that.
up, and then under it, but it's like shameless plug. Yeah, so true, so true.
Yeah.
But I thought that's what we would be doing tonight, just something light. I mean, we talk all the time anyway, so
Yeah. I'd like to have like well, earlier I said as a consumer of podcasts, books, movies, whatever, am I being entertained? Am I getting educated? Whenever something's narrated by David Attenborough or Morgan Freeman, I'm being edutained, as you could say.
okay.
So I don't know. I thought that I don't know. I thought we would have something like a takeaway, like a
Oh,
you know, like
today?
let's say for example, I don't like comedy. I don't like stand-up comedy. I like comedy podcasts. I like comedy movies. I like funny songs. Weird Al Yankovic is my favorite. I've seen him 9 times in concert. I run into these people all the time.
Have you seen Weird Al? Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
All right. Oh, so you want some kind of takeaway?
Yeah, well, I was thinking, what could be the thing? I mean, some themes would be, Kathe Farris is a woman who like had a job and got married and raised her kids, and then she stayed home with her kids, and then she's like, I mean, literally, I'm following
Fell
in your.
into it. Yeah.
I am literally walking in your footsteps.
Right. I don't think we're unique, though. I think. I think here's what the takeaway would be.
It's
is
just great that like
eh,
here you are, you're following something. You said, you know what, I'm done with corporate. I'm done with, the 9 to 5. I want to do my own thing, and you did, and now you're a comedian.
Well, I was home for 19 years after that. I was a stay-at-home mom. But I think the takeaway in something like this is not so much even about stand-up. It's about, just doing something you want to do. Also, that it doesn't have to be that serious. You don't need to have. We talked about this last week, and comedy is like this. But I think lots of other things are like this. That there are people who are like competitive puzzlers and things like that. Like,
No, there isn't.
yes, there.
Where?
Everywhere.
Okay, so we have a
Look
guy
it up.
named Mike, the manager of misinformation. He's the 4th most important person on the show. He lives in Arizona, and he
That's a commute.
yeah, it is a commute. He'll give us notes every week about things we said wrong, inappropriate, whatever. He'll correct, so we don't get sued for libel, and just keep our. We're gonna check into that.
Okay, you can check into that. But what I'm saying is that, when people start doing something, and I noticed this, like not only just doing stand-up, but teaching stand-up, is like people get into it being like, I've always wanted to do this, whether it's cooking or, I don't know, spin class or whatever it is, selling jewelry to your friends at home.
Or competitive puzzling, Mike.
Or an Etsy shop, whatever.
I want to hear more about
I
want to know more about the puzzling.
Right. Or like being in a 50 or over soccer league, that you get into it where you're like, I just want to do this. It's something for myself. I've always wanted to do it. I always loved it, blah, blah, blah. And then that fades away. And then it becomes a thing of like, well, I'm doing it now, but this person gets to do it more. Or I'm not enjoying it as much. Or in order for me to really do it, I really have to buckle down and sacrifice or you know what I mean? Like, there's got to be something I got to worry or stress about. When you don't. None of this, especially, well, you're not my age, but, at my age, 57, it's like, why? Like, I'm not moving to LA. I'm not going to New York. I just really enjoy doing this. That's it, and I'm lucky enough that I get to do it and that it works out good. And I work most weekends if I want to work, and that's great. But I think just in general, I think we get into things being like, yeah, I this is something I want to do. I've always wanted to do this, or this brings me some innate joy. And then we suck the joy out of it, right? Don't
We
you
do it
find
to
this?
ourselves?
Do you find that too? Like
Well,
when you first got into this, like, I was super jazzed about it. Even podcasting, like, you're super jazzed about it and all this, and then all of a sudden something creeps in and starts to turn, and now I've got to start putting a quota on this. Now I got to really start,
Yeah, I guess that's normal. You're putting
Yeah.
pressure on yourself because I think that's how somebody who cares about their performance or their product that they're putting out, like, you care. We're independent contract. And this is what I think, because for me, it started out as I love that. I love comedy. I love stand-up comedy. I always thought the person on the stage is the alpha. They're owning the room, and I only
Right.
knew good comedy. I mean, I've seen some bad comedy. I'm like, wow.
That's bad comedy.
Someone should tell them to quit. Like, literally, like, I hate to do it. I'm never going to tell
But
anyone.
why? Why would you tell somebody?
Oh,
to
when someone's so fucking ridiculously terrible.
Not if they're
8 years of
enjoying it.
comedy, and you still talk about your penis. Like, boom,
Okay,
we get it. You're hung
I
like a gerbil.
understand.
No one cares. Nobody cares. You tell that one to maybe.
Here's my
Quit.
thing with that. We're talking about people that, like, there are different levels of doing comedy, as there's different levels of doing anything. You know what I mean? Like, you could be an influencer, or you could just have your own little YouTube channel that has 8 people, and you are just jazzed to do it. Those kind of people that have been doing it 8 years and talking about their gerbil penis, they might still be having fun doing it for the reason that they're able to get up, so they're going to open mics. Maybe they don't get paid. Maybe they're doing a free bar show, but they're enjoying it. Who cares? Like, that's
You know what, Kathe? That's the difference between you and me. Who cares? For some reason, I do, and I shouldn't. And now you know what? I don't. I went back to not caring.
Wait,
Because you're
just
right.
right
Like,
now?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
you,
that was
you
fast.
you adjusted me. I'm going to cancel my therapy appointment at 4.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know if I
when
would
I
do
first
that.
when I first started, it was like I saw Eddie Murphy Delirious, and I was like, that is the coolest thing in the world.
Right, right, right.
And then what?
Okay, go
You
ahead.
you
Sorry.
no, you're already okay. Let me finish my thought. Then I got a little older. I'm like, David Letterman's crushing it. I have to watch this guy. At 5 nights a week, I'd watch him. Like, and then I life. It's like you go to college, you get a degree, you go get a job, you get married, you hate your job, so you want to change your career, so you go to grad school. Now you go do that new career. Now you realize you don't make as much as your wife, and she says you'd be helping the family more out if you just stayed home. So now you just stay home.
This is getting very specific.
It is. It's my life. So I stay home, and then it's like, that comedy thing. I mean, I got time. I mean, I'm here writing jokes in my head. I should maybe write them on paper. Oh, I got 5 minutes. Maybe I should go to an open mic. I'm scared. Fuck it. Who cares? I'm 30. I'm 42. Who cares when you're 42, right? So I do it, and then I was so pumped. Adrenaline, shaking. I did
Right.
thanks, and I go outside like I'm acting all normal, and I go outside. I turn the corner. I turn the corner again. I go behind the building in the alley. This is at Improv Boston, and I just play it on the phone, on the phone notes, and I'm listening to it, and I'm just like, yeah, that wasn't bad. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Okay, they're laughing. I haven't fucked this up yet, And then like my 4 minutes were over, and I'm like, I'm in. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And that was like the best moment of like my high. And then you get a great show, a lot of people, friends or whatever.
Right.
It's just the right night, and you did great, feeling great. But then there's those times where, oh my god, I have to drive out to Chicopee for 5 minutes. What the fuck? What?
Yeah.
But then you get there, and it's like, this is my Saturday night. It's fun. It's fun. It's social life. But anyway, I feel like we're independent contractors, and we brand ourselves as we want to be. We have complete autonomy about our trajectory and how we look, and there's no backside is if anything fails, if that Instagram reel does nothing, or that joke you told on stage flops and falls flat, your marketing plan maybe is not effective. It's you. It's not your manager. It's you. It's all
Right.
you. You're the
Right.
failure. Everyone sees it.
Well,
it's so vulnerable.
Right.
It's so vulnerable and
At this
stressful.
level, that's exactly what it is. I mean, if you had a manager, if you had an agent and a manager, that's a different thing. What I was going to say to you is like when you first started talking about like Eddie Murphy and stuff, I think that's where people come into it like, oh, I'm going to do comedy. And it's always this benchmark of a Netflix special or somebody major.
Inspiration.
And as you know, though, local comedy, the way we do it is not that. It's a much more like, it's about connection. It's about, being in this place and having this experience, especially after the pandemic and everybody who puts out like crowd work and stuff. People come in being like, oh, I'm going to be part of this thing. Like, why are you asking me questions? Why aren't I part of this show? And that's really changed stuff. But my point being is that there are different ways and levels of doing this. And right, your 4 minutes at Improv Boston, like, you never forget that, and that feeling is there, and you get this addiction and this bug with it. And then you have all these other kind of shows that you keep going to because you really want to do this. But all that other stuff around it is what I'm talking about. All this other, like, undue stress and stuff that you put on yourself, like, yeah, what I really got to do is I got to get out more, and I got to do this, and I got to do that, I got to write more, blah, blah, blah. Like, everybody goes through that thing instead of just stepping back and being like, okay, what's working? What do I like? What don't I like? Where can I, just kind of giving yourself grace, enjoying the ride, because it's not here to Netflix. It's here to Chicopee and here to, Utah or whatever is going on, or you get a special, or you do an album, or you get a big show, or you get to open for Gary Gulman, or whatever that is. Like, there's all these amazing different ways and paths and opportunities. And I think that's with anything, but everyone just thinks it's like A to C, and that if I have to do it this way and I have to sacrifice for it, and even though I enjoy it, there's going to be parts of it that I'm not going to enjoy. That's not how it has to be. In fact, when I say this, I came today being like, oh, we don't need to talk about like the minutia of comedy, like keeping it light. And
Uh-huh.
I really do want to keep it light because
Yeah.
the reason that like I'm secretly somebody who's just so half-assed. I mean, yes, I've been doing this for 13 years and I love, love, love doing it. But also, I don't sacrifice for this thing. Like when I do this, like when I'm a pro and I'll show up and and I work on my craft and all of that, but I'm not tormented and I'm not sacrificing for the sake of it. And what I mean by that is like, it's like I'm not out every night and on the road. I mean, yeah, sometimes I have to drive
I mean,
3
You
and a
had
half
to at some
hours.
point, though. You had to pay those dues and climb.
Oh well, yeah, of course. I've paid some dues, but at the same time, it's like you choose your schedule. You own your schedule.
I love that part.
You know what I mean? Right,
If you don't want to work in July because you're going to Europe with your family,
right.
that's great.
But a lot of I just think
You're not
just
gonna
in
get paid, but-
general, right? I mean, the money you're making for comedy, no offense, and I have the same thing. Like, for me, I don't know. I pay for the snacks of the family. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, your
that.
snack budget.
No, I mean,
I've seen the cabinet. It's stocked.
Thank you,
It's stocked.
thank you. Things are going well. But it just again, just to be in general for your audience, because not everyone's comics, is that it is that it doesn't have to be like it's not obligatory. Because
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do that, and I see this so much more now that my daughter Jessie has been doing comedy for a couple. She's doing it since 17, but like really into it in the last couple of years, and watching her come into it and having those kind of angst as well. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it doesn't have to be like, you don't understand. You don't need to do that anymore. You've already paid your dues.
Yeah.
But it's not that. It's you get to create. Even in your life, you get to understand, like, no, I'm not going to go to that baby shower. Or no, I'm not going to do this thing. Or yes, I am going to stay home and just spend time by myself. Or like, I'm not going to take that show. Or I'm
Yeah.
not going to go do that thing. I'm going to sit home and I'm going to write, or I'm going to have an experience, and maybe that will give me some material. That kind of. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're good at arranging your day into parts like that.
Yeah, I live like I have a super simple life.
Well, because you want it to be like that. You're good. You're see. Also, you have a level of talent where you're afforded to have some of this leeway. For example, your daughter coming up, me getting into it. We have
No, I
to.
get that.
We have
I
to
get
do.
that.
We have to do more.
Right.
You know, here's something I'm thinking about. So, I was doing it for a while, right? Getting into it, and then all of a sudden, do you remember that moment where this hobby, this enthusiastic thing you do for fun, is now maybe turning into there's now you're being accountable to this booking guy because he called you for 3 shows. He wants you to come back. You start doing shows and you don't leave without getting booked for more, and then you realize, hey, this thing's moving. Hey, now I'm responsible, and I have to, be accountable to this person and that. This is feeling like a job. That's where I'm at now, and I'm like, well,
Yeah,
if I'm going to
it's
do
your
it,
job.
I am going to do. I'm going to lean into this. Like I told my wife, and I'm going.
But you can open your calendar as much as you want to open your calendar and do what you want to do. Like, I completely understand that. And when I say like, oh, I'm not just sitting back being like, oh, I'm going to do comedy when I'm going to do comedy. Like, I'm pretty strategic about my comedy and the promoters the producers that I work with, and like I go after things in a way of just like literally just asking because I don't mind hearing no. Like, hey, I'd love to open for you, or hey, yeah, and you advocate for yourself, and like I don't like those are the like I love doing theaters. I love doing small theaters, and so I will drive to a small theater. I will contact some of my favorite comedians that have really understood how to do that market and do those kinds of things.
Yeah.
What am I saying with that? I don't know what I was saying about that. Maybe it's just trying to justify, like, I'm not lazy, guys.
No, yeah. You're talking about some places you like. I just like a crowd that's there for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And I just brought up Chicopee because that was probably one of my favorite shows I've done in recent memory.
Well, it was a big show, right?
140
Chris Farley?
Oh, no. Well, Kevin Farley.
Kevin Farley,
Yeah.
sorry. Chris Farley, that would have been a big show.
That
too,
would have
if he
been
got
huge. The
feedback.
resurrection. You thought Jesus Christ was the only one.
Right, no.
No.
Tommy
Here's
boy.
Farley. No, yeah, Kevin Farley. That was
How
earlier.
did that come about?
Just knowing the right people.
It's stupid. It's stupid luck, right?
Yeah.
Right people, right time, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's a guy
Being
that
ready for the opportunity.
there's this one guy that's, you know, we used to work together, and he knows I was doing comedy, so he's kind of like waiting for
love
me to
that.
get to a level,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, okay, you're ready now. Can you do 10 minutes for? So I'm like, sure. And then it was probably not my least, it was. I would remember it as one of my least inspiring performances. Like just like, oh, you just kind of ran that set, you just did it. The whole show felt kind of flat, which
Oh.
was disappointing because it's like,
Well,
hey,
that happens. That happens.
it was a
like-
bad room. It was off of a restaurant, and there were no doors, and so you could hear.
I love it.
I'm like, we have a Farley here. Why are we in a restaurant? We should.
Right.
There's a
Let's
theater
drop
down the road.
Check now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Do we have
yes.
an ice machine that can keep going? Right, absolutely. It's just glamorous stuff. Yeah. There are places like.
Just
where-
margaritas going all night long.
Right. Like we go to the comedy scene a lot, like you and I, because we work
Yep.
there. 2019, like I've never bombed that bad.
Really?
At
The comedy scene?
At the comedy
Well, that's
scene.
where you're gonna
New
bomb
Year's
if you're gonna do
Eve.
it.
And I was like, ugh, I'm gonna make it up this year. Then the world closed down. But
Yeah.
you do. You just kind of have that stuff.
Yeah, I still don't know how to. Like, I know I did well because I felt it. Like you're talking
Yeah.
about earlier, the connection. In fact, my opener sort of got a lackluster response, and I realized it was because I just gave it a lackluster presentation.
There
Like,
you go, right.
And I just thought to myself, oh, that was all my fault. I'm like, hey, guys, I'm coming at you with a 4. And they're like, okay, well, here's your 4. And I'm like, fuck, that should have been a 10. I said, and I just repeated myself, like,
Yeah.
but almost put it on them.
Yeah.
And, but obviously it's self-deprecating, right?
Yeah.
And they know that. And that was funny. And then I got it back. And I was like, but that kind of connection, like, I immediately felt like, oh, you guys and us, we're like, like how you feel when you're talking to like 2 or 3 girlfriends around the table or something, right? You could just
I only have 2 friends.
okay, you 2 friends
Me
and your daughter
my
had to
mortgage
come.
originator go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like when you're controlling that conversation, like
Oh yeah.
your friends are like hanging on, like, oh, and then what happened? And then what happened?
Right.
And you
right.
know that you've got them in your hand. Yeah, that's a whole room. That's a fun, exciting experience,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's worth the drive. It's worth everything. I mean, it happened 3 weeks ago, and I'm still kind of feeling it.
Right. I mean, even when you go and I've done those kind of drives, and like you get one good thing out of it after, like a new joke, you're like, that was worth it. like I'm gonna get a lot of mileage off that joke.
I just love it
Yeah.
all, though. Even if I do bad, I drive home and going, well, that's what it feels like to suck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Although I bombed at the comedy scene. I sent you the tape, and I said, hey, did I bomb? And you're like, no, it's just a quiet room. And I thought that was the biggest bullshit answer. It's a quiet room means no one's laughing. I don't get it.
No. I'll defend that.
And I'm kidding when I say bullshit answer.
I know what you mean. I know
want.
what you're saying. But here's the thing with it too is that there are different levels. Like, yeah, you want to be killing. You want everybody like to just they can't breathe anymore. You want the whole thing.
The stomach
Absolutely.
hurts.
Absolutely.
Ab workout.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there are audiences, and I'm like this too. Like I don't laugh out loud. I'm like, that's funny. Like when you have an audience that sometimes you have to think about the environment and like, do they feel comfortable and safe, like laughing, right? But if they're with you, they're engaged. They're not on their phones. They're not talking to.
Yeah.
They're right there. They're doing exactly what you're doing right now. Like,
Yeah.
they're there. Like you have that too, and you got to give that some. You got to give that some credit. That's not to say being like, don't work on anything, Rick. You got them. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Yeah.
They don't get it.
They were so interested.
No, but it is a thing of like they're quiet, but they're there for you. Like that's always a note that, as a feature, I do that a lot too, because like your job is to set that stage, right? To make that like get it ready, crack them, and then so the headliner comes on. But the other part of my job is too, like I'll go in and be okay, so like over here, there's like a birthday party people, so like they're like kind of distracted, but these people here, they're like into it, like they're there for it. The people in the back are like kind of distracted, like so you kind of give them a thing about it, but they're all there for you. Like you got to kind of give a few quick notes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just how that goes. I don't know where I was going
No,
with any of this, other than I thought it would come in and be like, oh, we'll just have all this like, quick wit kind of fun stuff and not talk about comedy. And here we got like
okay,
comedy.
so yeah, but that's
I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, it is, right?
this is you know what though, this you're not just a person who does comedy. You're a person who follows their passion, does what they want, calls their own shots.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Like
Yeah,
like
right.
someone
to
should
to this certain level of
Yeah.
like like if I like right, like I can control my schedule to a certain thing. But then there are other people that I'm trying to get in front of or things that I like to do. Sure, yeah, that
and you're not
happens
there
too.
yet, which is great. You're gonna be.
Yeah,
You need
or I really
you need
honestly,
benchmarks. You need stuff to work toward.
I get, yeah, I think this is a year that I just didn't have any of that, because like I did have things like that. Oh, I want to do a dry bar. Oh, I want to have an album. Oh, I want to do these certain places, and so like that kind of stuff. Yeah, I like that, but also I don't put a lot of credence on it because I think it's open to being like, well, I wonder what else would happen. You know what I mean? And as you know, like I say, it was simple, but like this year I took on booking for John Tobin Presents, so like
Yeah.
I am the booker there now, and even saying that sounds so weird and foreign because it was a very challenging decision to make because I'm a comic first, and that's the first thing I said to them, like, but I'm a comic first.
Being
but
involved in the Boston comedy scene in
Yeah.
all capacities,
Yeah.
it's great. And I think it's going to help your career because now you're Kathe Farris, the person with the book. She's got the book with the dates in it, with 8 stages on it,
Yeah.
you know?
Right. I
You-
mean, it's
that-
funny
that
that,
gives
you
you
say
some street
career. I
cred,
think it's like this is just
right?
like what I do, and I like doing that.
Yeah.
But I do think having a woman booker is like, to me, this community is it's important. It's exciting. I think that there's so much talent here in Boston, and I think having a woman is great. And working with like John and Ryan Cott, John Tobin and Ryan Cott has been tremendous. It's been great. There's so much like it's been one of the easiest jobs I've had.
I feel like they're the standard in being the professional booking and promotion outfit, right? I mean,
Yeah, I'm right. Like I
It's like
I
they
work
do it-
closely with Ryan. Ryan is basically he's the guy who books everything, but that he is just open to what you have to say, but also fair, but knows so much because he's been doing this for so long. So you just learn a tremendous amount from him. But I'm not afraid to screw up because I have screwed up, just based on my own limited knowledge of stuff. So that's
that's
been
where the
kinda
growth
fun.
is from the
Right,
mistakes.
right. But honestly, like when you say career, I don't have a career. Like I don't even want that in my life. I don't have like
That's what it is.
I don't have like a vision board or a dream catcher or anything. Like honestly, like this is all gravy. What I'm doing right now,
Yeah.
like this is it, and I love doing it. I have no idea where I'll be next year. I don't know what I'm doing next month. Like
That
I
is
have a few shows and that's it.
Well, power to you. That's really awesome to be able to. Not everybody has that ability, right? Like they've got the financial pressures of having to live paycheck to paycheck. Oh, the winter was especially cold. My oil tank is running low. That's gonna.
You
People
are
live like that.
bringing us all.
I know. Well, no, I'm
down
just
now.
I'm just saying. I always think how fortunate I am. Like this is what all I want to do with comedy. All I want to endeavor to do is a couple years when my friends start retiring and our kids all go to college or jail. We are gonna get an RV, gonna call it the Think Bus, and we're just gonna travel around. You know?
I'm okay, by the way.
Yeah. What is going on?
I don't know.
Your headphones.
Okay, so you and your friends are going on.
Okay,
a
well,
bus,
first thing is-
abandoning your family. I'm sorry. What was it?
Okay, Rosie and Charlie go off to college or whatever they want to do, and we support that. And we're happy for them because they're out of the house, right? We don't need this house, so we sell it, downsize. So we go buy like a smaller place for the winter and a smaller place for the summer. I think that's how you do it, right? Become a snowbird. But I'm gonna get the RV. I'm gonna get to big Winnebago, and I'm gonna go on like 6-week tours, maybe 2 or 3 times a year.
What does Leslie say about this?
She thinks it's awesome. She's like, you had me at, you're getting an
Is she
RV.
going with you?
Well, that's where she's like, wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, you are coming with me. You're my wife. But you don't have to. You really don't.
Okay.
Here's the
good.
deal.
Good for Leslie.
Let's say Rick Fink Jr. Comedy, right, is going to come down. The Fink bus is coming down the Pacific Coast Highway. Okay, so we're coming down from Seattle. So all my friends in Seattle, I have some friends in Seattle, they get on the Fink bus, right? And they tell their spouses, we're going to be gone for about 6 days. And I take them down the Pacific Coast Highway. We hit 3 golf courses, 3 comedy
This is
clubs.
such a man plan. It
6
is
weeks
such a
later,
man
I
plan.
drop them off in San Diego, and they fly home. Fink bus starts doing the southwestern route. I go through the desert. I pick up my buddy Mike in Phoenix, and we go tool around in Utah
Okay,
and
let me
Colorado.
put a scenario in here. You're in Seattle.
Yeah.
One of your kids calls, panic attack.
Uh-oh.
They're in college.
Yeah.
Something's happened.
Yeah.
They need to do something about that.
Mm-hmm.
Dad is in the middle of a tour in Seattle with his friends on the 9th hole.
Yeah. Yeah, on the 9th hole.
This is such a this is I applaud your dream and I love it.
Yeah. You know what I do to my daughter?
For a man, that's lovely. Like,
Let's continue that scenario because I know what you're saying. You're like, oh, you're going to just drop the ball. No, I would say, hold on, honey. Let me talk. Let me hand you. I'm putting right now. Let me hand you off to my sponsor. Yeah, better help.
right.
Your father says you've got an issue.
Right. And I like that, like Jeff and I were the same way about like, oh, like when we're empty nesters, because, Kendra's 28 and Jesse is 26. So Kendra's 29, Jesse's 20. No, Jesse's, 26, 29.
Well, at least you know their names. That's good.
Thank you. And so he's like, oh, we can downsize and all of that. But the thing is that, Kendra still doesn't have her visa. She's married. Her wife is in Portugal. They met in an online lesbian Discord group. So there you go.
So that's where you find the
and
love.
That I think so. I honestly, yeah, I think so. I think playing Overwatch and Dungeons and Dragon online and not leaving your room, but then deciding I'm not only going to leave the room, I'm going to leave the country.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a big jump.
Big jump.
Big jump.
But we did it, right? My point is that, like, you don't foresee the thing of, like, you know what? Then there's a visa thing, which takes time. So she's back every 3 months. And, you just never know, like, what your life is going to bring,
The 3-month arrangement is great, though.
Oh, I love it, like, because I love having her home. My daughters are just very, they're smarter than me. I like them, like hanging out with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jesse and I, Jesse doing comedy has been so great. One of my favorite things is going into Boston and pick her up at work. We go to dinner, we workshop, then we go to a show, and it's just the best. The best.
Okay, that's very rewarding as a mom.
Oh, it's
Come
the
on, you and your
best.
daughter.
Right.
If only you guys could work together on some Mother's Day show or something.
Oh, I love this plug. Yeah. So.
Oh, what? Tell me more.
So Jesse and I are doing. Well, it's not just Jesse and I. Jesse and I were like, I really wanted to do something with Mother's Day, and we wanted to start doing stuff together. So we're hosting Mother's Day shows, but it's featuring Kelly McFarland and Christine Hurley. So these shows are just, amazing. We're going to be in Norwood on that Friday of Mother's Day weekend.
Is that the Norwood Theater?
Uh-huh.
Wow, that must be a great place to perform. It's a nice theater.
Little theater. This is what I'm talking about, Rick. Like, it's a little theater. It's a beautiful theater.
Rehabilitated.
Right. I mean,
My daughter does her dance recitals there.
okay, so it's managed with such love.
Yeah.
It's amazing what they have done with it.
Yeah.
So we're going to be there on May 9th, and then on May 10th we're going to be at Little Chuck's, which is the other room at the Charles Playhouse in Boston. And
Is that okay? So that's back on.
Just for this show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's on a Saturday during the day,
Perfect.
and then Sunday during the day we'll be at Off Cabot in Beverly.
And how would someone get tickets to go see this
Oh.
mother-daughter tandem on the Mother's Day?
Well, you could go to any of those websites or simply go to KatheFarris.com, and I have links to all of them there. Thank you for letting me plug that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're excited about it because it's not just going to be stand-up. We're like Norwood, I think would be more of a stand-up show because it's bigger. But like it really is about making that connection and having this experience. And for years, like I've done Mother's Day shows for other people, and last year I was like, why am I not doing Mother's Day shows? And Kelly did this fantastic one at Off Cabot last year, and she really she backed this. So that's I think how we got so many great venues.
yeah.
So we're excited.
All right, so you're setting up your own thing here. It's your daughter and your two best friends.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, that's fun. How many
Yeah.
people can say that? Hey, theater, hold this date. We're gonna fill it up.
Right.
Hey, friends, hold this date. We gotta go fill up that theater. My work is done here, and then you show up.
I'm hoping, yeah.
That's fun.
We're very excited, and we're very fortunate that John Tobin and Ryan Cotton that they're like, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
They're open to that. So, and just doing stuff with Jesse, like just doing more of that. I want to explore that more. I think that's exciting. I think just like we were talking about when you're with your girlfriends and you have this kind of, dialogue going on. I think a lot of people have this, and you know this, where he's like, you're a funny person.
Yeah,
you're just
right.
funny people just together.
Just the
and,
right
like,
energy.
being able to bring that on stage and how you do that, and so.
Okay, I have to go to this show. I'm really going to go because I'm
Oh, I
curious.
love it.
I'm curious to see, as someone who performs, I know I've met Kelly. You've introduced me to Kelly. I've never seen Christine,
Oh, okay.
and I've seen
Love
Jesse.
her. Yeah.
Oh, I know she's good. I mean, I've seen her, on YouTube and things like that, but I've never seen her live. Right? That's huge. I want to see what kind of energy grows in that green room and then just pops on stage. Because I know
Yeah.
that you guys on the back are going to be like a little fucking slumber party, right? It's like
Yeah.
a road trip. You're in the car, you're having fun. It's like, it's going to be great. And then you get on stage. Sometimes like, you've pumped my tires and I've done great just by saying, go have fun.
Yeah. Right.
And just as something simple as that.
Right.
Someone that's important, that I care about what they
Oh,
say.
yeah.
Like if someone's like, hey, you know what you gotta do? I'm like, no, I know.
No, I
But
think
with
you and
the
I
right-
had some really good moments, like behind the stage, being like, I think this one, yeah, like this is what it's about.
Yeah.
I love that, especially like Kelly kind of sets that kind of vibe, and Christine, it really is somebody who just champions people as well. They both are, like like when we're doing Norwood, we've been talking about like what's this setup gonna be, and how do we take care of each other in the show. It's not a thing of like, oh, I hope I kill and everybody like I do the best. It's not about that. It's all about like the people coming. It's not about us. It's about like the audience. Like I hope the people that come to the show get what they need. This isn't about us. Our job is to create that. It's not about our egos. About like I hope that I'm the best. You know what I mean? And
Well, it's
that's a
not-
really neat way to be.
Yes. I've noticed there's no competition at all in comedy. I don't see it.
Oh, okay.
There is do you know people that get mad at someone else having success? All I want is there's so many people like there's a couple comics where I'm watching like just
Yeah.
go like their trajectory is clearly at a higher angle than mine. We're both going in the right direction, but they're soaring a little more. And then I say, well, they live in Boston. They're 10 years younger. They don't have the kids. They have the time. And blah, 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 blah.
It's
But then
random.
but then I say, those are not the reasons. I live in the suburbs. I don't have a traditional job. I have the time. I just need to. Everyone's got their thing. It's like, are you funny? And it's like, they're really funny. They're.
Does it happen? Absolutely. It's human nature anyway. But it is just a part of the thing in comedy. I forget who said it. I think it was maybe Alex Giampapa. He had a great line about the fact of like as a booker, you make 8 people challenged with their mental health happy, and then 68 others real mad at you. Like that's just how this works. And I thought that was funny because I think we all there's camaraderie in the community about mental health and about what we do. But at the same time, like you're like looking to the sides, being like, hey, well, how did they get that? What, like, that's a big thing. How did you get that? How did you get that? Like, why didn't I get that? And part of it is that it is subjective and it's random. Comedy is subjective. You've done competition. It's subjective. You're like, how did that person move through and I didn't? Blah, blah, blah. But it's random too, and it's just luck and it's timing. But it's also just, just work at what you're doing and be good and be ready for an opportunity. That's life. Like for full circling this thing, that's anything in life. You know what I mean? Going back to why you started. I started because I love comedy. Want to make people laugh. I love chasing a joke. I love writing. Good. Remember that piece. Be ready for that piece.
Yep.
And be open to opportunities. Anytime I see somebody get something, my after I'm like, what? No.
That
The thing is
bitch.
like, oh, I didn't know that opportunity was there. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know
okay.
what I mean?
So interesting that you say this. How'd you get that? Is that's almost like, so I have a book by Jerry Seinfeld. It's every single joke he's ever written. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And the book is called "Is This Anything?" And I think, isn't that a great title? How many times have you said that in a workshop or a group or just
Right.
picking something? Hey, is this anything?
Right.
So I go to Starbucks and hijinks ensues and blah blah blah.
Right.
Yeah. You got something there. Just so I feel like, how did you get that? Is I hear it all the time in the back of a room at a show or like, I'm doing the. I'm going to be doing a festival up in Toronto in May. Okay,
Yeah.
my first one. I'm excited.
How did you get
International.
that? Who's
Yeah.
Who's booking that?
Yes.
Blah, blah, right.
How'd you get it?
Right.
Or this Thursday, I'm going to be at Mohegan Sun.
Nice. Are you doing the Lex Comic Standing competition? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm
You're just
doing the
doing a show?
Thirsty Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So
Congrats.
thanks. Going back
luck.
to like all the stuff you think about, I'm going there. I'm getting a tape because they do really good audio recording and video recording. So I'm gonna have like a little sizzle reel on the website. If the website
You're
can
gonna
get
have
launched.
fun. It's a different stage. It's a bigger stage. You know what I mean? It's
We got
good.
hotel rooms and friends coming.
Love it.
I got childcare. Aunt Laura
love
is
it.
spending the night. Okay, so
Nice.
the
nice.
big bus is rolling into Uncasville, baby.
I remember the first weekend I did Mohegan Sun. I was featuring for Kelly, and I told one of my sisters, and she's like, "Oh wait, yeah, I can make it." I'm like, "I didn't invite you," and so she came, and then my other sister surprised her, and now it's just a tradition. Like anytime I go there,
Yeah.
they just come along. Like,
That's terrific.
yeah.
That's awesome.
But I love that you're making an experience of it too, because like that's what it's about. you
Well,
know?
I advertised it on. I hate doing the self promotion.
Oh, but you have to.
Yeah,
no,
well,
that's
yeah.
part of your job.
Yeah, but yes, absolutely. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not a fan of like. I wish all of my Instagram reels would be like, hey, what are you doing? Stop doom scrolling. Get off Facebook. Go outside. Go interact with people. Like, here's an example. Come to my comedy performance on
Yeah.
Thursday or Saturday night at blah blah blah. All right. Get off. You're being an idiot. Your phone
Yeah,
is
but
stupid.
part of that's the thing. Like I know when we book people, I always knew I needed to do it. I did it to some degree, but now that I book and I see, like, why it's important for promotions, I think that like. I know it feels obnoxious too, because like anytime I'm in Shaw's and someone's like, "I see you're doing a lot of comedy," I'm like, "I'm so sorry. Like, I just have to promote. Like, that's and I have nothing else going on in my life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
or I just do my corks just because, like, yeah, that's me.
People are like, what? Go cork yourself.
Go cork yourself.
.com.
Right. It's on my Instagram. It's just I paint portraits of people on wine corks, and I've been doing it for years. We talked about this.
What are some of your themes or favorite people
Well-
to paint?
I love that you asked that. Well, first when we were doing this years ago with Mike, I did Mike.
You did his
and
cake
Allie,
toppers.
his cake toppers.
Yeah.
But now I'm working on, with the Revolutionary War anniversary right
Yeah,
now.
250 years.
Right. So I am doing what I call a collection of the Real Housewives of the Revolutionary War. Like, so I have like
The untold story.
Abigail Adams and like Betsy Ross. I mean, because you have to have those ones.
yeah.
But like then I have like the female Paul Revere. I don't remember her name. And then
Paula.
I have like
It
other
was Paula.
ones. Was it? It wasn't Paula.
Paula
was it?
Rivera.
It wasn't.
They were
Paula
twins.
Rivera.
Yeah.
No.
They
If
just
kids
kind
are
of
listening
overlook
to that,
her.
that's inaccurate. That wasn't her name, but she did go twice as far and twice as fast as Paul. But then there are other, what I didn't realize in the Revolutionary War is that there were women that went to war with their husbands. Can you imagine, like, not only like he's going to war, you have to go too. And so there were many women who did that, and some of them actually their husbands got killed and they had to take up arms.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Messed up. Not only that, they did well. Like this one woman, she got shot 3 times. Three
Yeah.
times. She kept fighting.
What was her name?
I think that her name was Margaret Corbin. And then Mary McCauley was another one. She's one of my Real Housewives of the Revolutionary War. She was shot by a cannon through her legs.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, she was fine, but her skirt wasn't. Yeah,
She probably
I'm-
hemmed it on the battlefield.
Right, so I'm working on them right now. I've been working on them for like a year. I'm so like methodical of that. But I also did the Karen Reed defense team,
Yep.
and I did Judge Beverly, and then I just done like a TSA agent that I liked. Just other people.
there's a T-
Kathy Bates.
Uh-huh.
Just
Kathy Bates, random, out of the blue. Why?
Well,
Why
I
her?
don't know. I just felt inspired, and it wasn't like not now. Like Kathy Bates, like 3 years ago when she grew out her bangs. So like,
Okay.
if you look at it, like that doesn't really look like Kathy Bates. But if you IMBD her,
Yeah.
she'll be there. Yeah. So go corkyourself.com. Like I actually want to talk more about this on stage.
Yeah.
I just don't because I ramble, and on stage I'm more edited,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm trying to find something in the middle.
Yeah. Well, it's
But
there's
thank you for letting me talk about it.
Yeah. Well, hey, this is where you work stuff out, right? You just kind of open
Well,
mic'd it.
I do right. I do this stuff like and then I did the Sister Wives. I just did that
Mm-hmm.
post yesterday on the TLC show Sister Wives.
So-
I've done all the Sister Wives.
As you just worked that out,
Yeah.
and I was listening.
Yeah.
Quiet room. It was funny, right? You didn't bomb. It was a quiet room, as
Thank
you say.
I appreciate.
I was, but I listened to comedy the same way. Like I'll go to see a comedian, Sebastian Maniscalco, audibly ha-ha'd maybe 10 times in
Yeah.
an hour.
that. Right.
But I mean, he's delivering a house laugh 3 times a minute.
But you walked
and-
out being like, "That was a good show."
Oh my, that guy fucking
a
killed
great-
it. He
it's a
killed
great
it.
show.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm walking around like
Yeah.
we studied it. We watched it. You know. I did that with Brian Regan the second time I saw him. The first time I saw him, I walked out with a stomach ache.
Yeah.
The abs were tight.
So good.
He is good.
So good.
Just like I don't know how
Right.
they just do it so fast.
But I mean, to that point, thank you for letting me work it out. Because when you were saying, when I was talking that out, I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's a good way to do that one. That's a good way to get into the Real
Yeah.
Housewives of the Revolutionary War. Like
you're
'cause-
doing it,
right.
and you did it a different genre, right? Of comedy. If I'm using the right term, it's stream of conscious. Rant comedy, like Richard Pryor would just do that, right? Just
Right.
blah blah blah, just go, and I'm telling you a story, and
Right.
you know,
Like you have something in the back of your head,
and it's fueled by this passion, and it's telling you, and that's what you're doing.
right?
But when you're on stage, that's not what you're not a stream of conscious rant.
I'm a little
comic.
bit more because I have more time to stretch out. Like I know where I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to land on stuff, and now working with Jesse, it can't be scripted. It has to be more of like, okay, let's just talk about X, Y, and Z, and then see how we get into that. And that's been kind of neat.
Yeah.
Because we trust each other a little bit on stage. But this, yeah, like I've been kicking this around for a long time. I love to write, and but doing it like this that's just how you kind of figure it out.
Kathe, you're living the dream. You're a role model and a mentor. Really, like I look at you. You're what, a couple years older than me. Your kids are a little older.
I
It's
love
like
that you
I'm
say
like
I'm a couple years. older
couple
than
years.
you.
12.
I'm like 2 brackets older than you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, we are Gen Xers. We're in the same group.
Okay. I'm
You can
gonna
say
be
that.
just so you know, I'll be on the council and aging shuttle way before you. Go ahead.
I'm 1 year away from AARP membership.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Really?
so yeah, 50, right?
Are you 50?
No, I'm 48 now, but I'll be 50 in June.
Oh, okay.
49 in June, and then a year after
Rick,
that.
I thought you were 42.
Yeah, well, it's smoking does this to your skin.
No,
Ages you.
no, I'm saying I thought you were younger.
So you're saying I look old? First of all, the show.
I thought you were 42.
The show opened with "You look tired," and now it's ending with "You look." I thought you were a lot younger than you actually are, which
right,
means
we really warmed up to each other right now.
yeah. Well, we're yeah. Now it's getting
Thank you
real.
for having me on the show, though.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Well, I want to say I think it's awesome that you're charting your own course.
Yeah.
Like I'm a couple years back, and I see. Look at all the things that you can do whatever you want. That's what I hope. That's what people are getting out of this show today.
To a certain
Kathe-
level. Like, I can't go into a Trader Joe's and be like, I want to shut down aisle 4. You know what I mean? Like, but that'd be great.
Yeah. Do you know who I am? No, you wake up and say, you know what? I don't work for the man. I work for Kathe Farris. And today, Kathe Farris wants to get an RV and bring my friend Kelly. And who's the other one? Who's the other?
Christine Hurley?
Christina. Yeah. Christine Hurley. And you can bring
Or
Kelly
Carolyn Plummer.
McFarlane,
Like,
Carolyn Plummer.
One of our favorites.
One of your, yep. And then Jesse Farris.
Make her.
And just call it like.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
let's just get a nice little group of friends.
Yeah. Do a tour. Yeah. My friend Ellen Sugarman in San Diego, we talk about that. all
Yep,
the
I
time.
remember you talking about her.
Yeah.
So why not do that? Why not just say, hey,
Maybe. Like,
you guys
yeah.
could go to Seattle, have fun in Seattle. The rain, it's
Why
a
are you
myth. It's
pushing
just a little
Seattle?
because you got to start there.
Why?
Well, go fine. Go to Vancouver. Start in
Just-
Vancouver.
all right. I don't know.
All right.
Some kind of thing.
You do Well, you got to start somewhere,
Okay. All right. So
and
we'll
then you
start
go down.
somewhere.
Then you hit like wine country. You have fun there. You know that's where you could take a couple days off. Then you go to
Yeah,
San Francisco.
Yeah. I mean, you could do a road trip like that, or we could just start and rent them at the outlets, right? And then just swing around.
Just do an outlet
right?
tour.
Then we'll just go to the Cape for a bit, right? And then we'll go up to Portsmouth.
You know,
I-
maybe
actually, I would
you
love
guys
that.
like Marshalls. Just hit.
We do that.
do the
Every time
Marshalls tour.
Right, anytime we go on the road,
Yeah.
we go to a Marshalls and we walk around a Marshalls.
Get them signed. Get signed with Marshalls, and do like a Marshalls tour. Like you guys do shows at Marshalls.
You know, I should tell Kelly that because Kelly McFarland and I do that a lot. Like, we will get together. She'll text me and say, "Do you want to walk around to TJ Maxx?" And
Is that
it's
really
like-
the text?
Yeah, and
sounds
it's just
fun.
therapeutic, and we literally just walk around.
Yeah.
And we just talk things out and blah blah blah, and then we leave each other in the parking lot.
My daughter and I did that just the other day.
Oh,
It's school vacation, and we're left alone. My son and wife took a trip, so we're here doing. We went golfing together today. We
I
do what
love
I want,
that.
then we do what she wants, and she wanted to go to Marshalls.
you need to bring that more on stage too, because I don't think that comes out how. Like that kind of dynamic. We've talked about this before
Yeah.
when you first started, but I know we're wrapping up, so we'll talk about it off
Yeah.
stage.
Don't tell. I know what I'm doing. Just kidding.
I know you know you're
No,
doing,
no,
but
I-
I do think it's like it's so different, and it's so not different, but it's authentic,
Mhm.
and when people know that you're being authentic and you're sharing something with them, there's just this connection that you make, you know.
I feel like that's gonna come when I get 45 minutes of time to be with an
No,
audience. 10 minutes
no.
is hard to.
That's the thing of it, though.
I think it's harder sometimes to do a tight 5 than to have some time to.
yeah.
We're
I
getting into
agree.
philosophical stuff
Yeah.
about comedy.
I agree.
You're funny. I can't wait to see you. So
You're
those
funny
you
too.
want to
Thanks
give
for
those?
having me.
Oh, thanks. We'll talk more about that another time.
Okay,
Right.
fine.
That's probably gonna be like a triple episode. You know, there's a lot of ground
I want to come back
cover.
and talk about the Friends in Medfield Facebook group, you guys. Let's do this.
Okay, so we can do that. I mean,
Okay.
you know what I say to my friends? I say, close it. I'm like, what would happen? I'm like, Steve, it's a thankless job. It's stupid. Why do you do this? How about you
No,
just?
I think it serves a purpose. I'm.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
There's nothing.
Yes.
What
yeah.
What does it offer?
Well, one, it offers community. Two,
Arguments. Arguments.
okay, everything has arguments.
My post
but
was deleted.
You know what? It sounds like I should just come back and talk about
My
Friends
day is
in-
ruined.
Friends in Medfield Facebook group.
Why don't we
because
just take it up on Friends of Medfield Facebook?
I never post anything.
Yeah.
I don't have that much courage.
I'm gonna post on it and just tag you in it and like
Don't.
me and
don't.
Kathe were talking and we
Right.
think
I'm a big advocate of it. I thank them for doing it. I am intrigued by the things that make people upset, and I find it to be useful because I ask for resources all the time.
it blows. Well, I understand it's just a little community place for people to chit chat and talk about stuff and raise questions. But 99% of the time, whatever you're looking for, we have town hall for that. Go to town hall.
What are you
We-
talking
our
about?
taxes
the town
paid.
hall website?
No, you do this thing. You pick up a phone and you call a taxpayer-funded employee.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we pay people
The
to answer
hours
questions
associated-
for us.
I don't even want to get into it. That is just another whole thing we don't need to get into.
Do you think
Yeah,
that?
what
Do you
what are
think?
you living in 1987? Pick up the phone and call town hall.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to the mayor.
I'll do that.
I don't think we have a mayor, right?
No, we have a town
Right.
administrator.
My point being is that
We don't have a mayor, do we?
No offense.
Very plugged
I don't
into it.
like your advice. I don't think that that's good advice. I also don't think the town clerk will appreciate your advice.
Yeah, it's like, stop calling me.
Why is the phone ringing
Just
up?
Go ask friends of Medfield. There's people sitting there all day just waiting for an argument.
But some people are very knowledgeable about some stuff. Also, they have strong opinions about squirrels. It's just, that's what this is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It seems like it's one of those well-intentioned things, and then a couple bad actors sort of hijack
That's
it
life.
and make it all about them.
That's life.
Yeah, and it's sort of like I feel like if you want to really know how well your community is doing, right? It's not, the concert out in front of your gazebo on a Thursday night. It's not your Norman Rockwell-esque, bus stop
Okay.
scene. It's Carol and Jessica throwing down on your town Facebook group.
She just wants to know why her post didn't get up. That's all. It's a simple question.
Yep. And then it
But-
gets answered. But then it gets answered 19 times and they don't like the answer, and their entitlement and white privilege gives them this. And then there are 4 cheerleaders that are like, "You go, girl. Oh my God, you're so brave." It keeps her going, and she keeps going. I demand answers.
I don't see it like
Nah, nah, nah,
that.
nah.
I see it as though that it's the lunchroom. It's the high school lunchroom.
Yeah.
And the table, and just everybody kind of projecting their own thing about wanting to be included and wanting their thing to be heard.
Yeah.
Wow! Oh my
But-
gosh,
but
that
you know
just
what,
came to me.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great analogy, and I'd say it's you
Am I
nailed
like
it.
the Oprah of Medfield,
You're like the vanilla Oprah.
or the Vanilla Ice?
Vanilla ice latte.
That's right.
Well, I guess we should end the show.
I think
We
so.
could have ended the show 100 times. I just feel like talking to you. I don't know if anyone
We
needs to
can
keep.
always end the show. You
I'm just
probably
gonna turn this
ended
thing
it
off.
anyway.
We'll just
Edit
keep
it.
on hanging out.
Right.
It wouldn't be funny if we're just talking mid sentences. Turns off.
I know. And end on something controversial.
Yeah, let's controversial. So, abortion. Do you think that it should be? You think it should go back to the States? Do you think Trump made a mistake
I'm
here?
so glad that you brought this up.
Okay. And do you think illegal immigrants should be afforded free abortions? Is that a state issue? We'll talk about that next time.
Right, let's just see what Friends in Medfield says about it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming over.
Yeah.
It was nice to just have you walk over.
I know.
I just picked up the phone. I'm like,
This was good because I got to kind of work out that bit. Maybe we should do that more often. Pretend like we're doing a podcast and then just work out.
I think you should just come on the show more. I've been encouraged to do more one-on-one interview shows
By who?
by my friend Mike. You called me out, and that's my answer. He just told me the other day, hey, I really like, because you know what? I had my Corey Manning came on,
Oh yeah,
and we did.
he's great.
Yes, we talked about him as the stand-up comic, but also as a substance abuse counselor and
Yeah.
speaker. And then David Suinyana, my barber, the dude is from Uganda.
Okay.
He loves America, wanted to be an American citizen forever. He had a wife and a daughter that was 1 year old. He came to the United States for 18 years, supported the wife and the daughter, got his citizenship, finally arranged to get the family over. He's reunited with his now 19-year-old daughter and his wife.
Wow.
And they are here, and their kids are doing well. One's like a nurse. The 19-year-old now is a nurse, went to college. Her other son's got a scholarship at Xaverian. He's a great kid, a student athlete. And David, he owns his own business. He taught himself how to speak English by watching C-SPAN because they spoke so slowly.
That's amazing. I mean, the perspective too, where
Yeah.
we're talking about like, why don't we get on that show in Chicopee, where it's like this? It's such a different. That's perspective.
Yeah, this guy
I love
told.
that you brought that on.
Yeah, he told me a story in the chair doing my hair, not on the show, but next time. He had a gun drawn on him by a police officer on a traffic stop by a state police officer, and he's telling me this joke with a laugh and a ha ha and a, isn't this like crazy? And I'm like, what the fuck, David?
Right.
What happened is he got pulled over. He got out of his car and started walking toward the police officer. And I'm like, holy shit. And he's like, in Africa, that's what you do. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like I got goosebumps just saying that.
Yeah.
Like this guy, he's a really good person. And just to think that something as simple as a cultural misunderstanding.
Yeah.
And the fact that the
Right.
cop was yelling, I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like
Right.
he was even
You could see
confused.
both
Like,
things, right.
so anyway, that's a great perspective. I don't know if your stories were elevated to that level of like
Kind
awe,
of.
but then you got to the corks. The corks,
You're right.
you
The
kind
corks
of. Now I feel like over to you, David. Beat that.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
C-SPAN,
Right.
Uganda.
I'm kind of an artist.
Yeah, she can draw.
Right.
She can paint the face on a cork.
I can.
God, I love you. All right, let's just end the show. We have to end the show.
I thought
'cause-
we already ended.
Yeah,
okay.
the show's so ended.
I know. We probably ended it before.
No, we're gonna end it now.
We can-
That's Kathe Farris. I'm Rick. Go check her out on gocorkyourself.com. If you want to see any of her shows that we talked about, go to.
KathyFarris.com.
There you go. All right, thanks. See you later. Bye.
Bye.